Hi there. I'm sharing with you a few screenwriting applications which I was checking out in 2026. All those applications I've tried and tested out by myself over time, so you might find something interesting which can work for you. So let's dive in. The first one we start with is the Story Architect. It has a very nice modern sleek user interface. It has a very nice structure and layout of all the project's files within a project. It has AI writing assistance, although it doesn't come with the free version because you need to buy out the AI generating tokens. But nevertheless, the AI assistant can help you rephrase, expand, shorten, insert and summarize your paragraphs, whatever you are writing in. It has very nice mind maps for the characters where you can develop your character and develop their interconnection with other characters and so on. It has a lot of color coding features, especially the one for character and their dialogues. Makes it very easy to navigate and find things based on your character and their color you assign. It has a very nice structuring of all your research and all your beat boards by acts and folders and so on. And even in free version, you're also getting a very nice statistics information on your overall script, so you can really track and see in which scenes your character is emerging, how much screen time does your character takes, how much of the action versus dialogues you have in your screenplay, which is very helpful for you to adjust and make your screenplay basically more punchy, more coherent. The next application we are going with is the Boulevard Screenwriting. This one particularly is, I think, new player in the game. I think it appeared quite recently. At a glance, what it gives you: an industry standard formatting, export of your free screenplays without watermarking. You can work offline. It has customizable UI with the color schemes. Okay, available for Mac and Windows. This app comes in two flavors, the free and paid one. So the free one gives you 5 screenplays for free you can write on, and they will not be watermarked. And the buyout version is just $45, which I think is a very good price. You are free of subscription. You have unlimited updates and unlimited screenplays to work on. So check it out. Alright, for those who are working exclusively in the Mac ecosystem, the app is called Storist. It comes for desktop and the tablet. It's a very nice application. I've used it on the iPad. At the base, it has everything there. You have an industry formatted screenplay. You can organize everything in the folders, all your research. You can import images. You can do the character development. Everything is there. The only one hiccup, at least for the iPad application, is that somehow the creator doesn't provide you the scene numbering, and the page numbering for the screenplay was a bit tedious to set up. Well, that's all because the creator philosophy is that when you're writing, you're sort of in that flow. You don't need to care much about the scene number or page number. I guess it might work for some people, but for me, I find out I really need to know where I am in the screenplay and how compressed is my scene, how tight is my sequence. But anyway, when you're starting out, it can be a good option. Another app you might be interested in to check out is called Arc Studio. It has a very nice sleek minimum design. This app also gives you an industry standard formatted screenplay, so it has all the development tools for the scenes, for the characters, locations, everything in one place. So it comes in the several flavors. The free version allows you to have 2 screenplays in development, and they will be watermarked on the export. All the rest goes with the subscription fee per year, which is not very big, but still, this is a subscription. Anyway, you might consider, if you're just starting out, you might try out the free plan over here. Next one, Fade In. The first time I saw this application was when we were taking part in a 48-hour film competition. A friend of mine has been using it before. This is a professional screenwriting software. On their website you can see the endorsement where a few of big production screenplays have been written using this application. That's how the application looks by itself, but for me this UI is too much outdated. I think it's the most basic UI of the app I have ever seen. But for some people it might be okay because it's not bothering you with something flashy or eye-catching or like eye-disturbing. But for me, yeah, this UI doesn't work. So it has a free version to try out for yourself, but the full version comes at the price of $80. They claim that this application can do much more than the final draft and costs much less than the final draft. So you might consider to try and test it out and see how it works for you. Okay, the next one is the big elephant in the room, is the Final Draft. This is like a real industry standard, and I think this app has a very big following, a big user database. A lot of big Hollywoods and series productions have been written and are being written in this application. Final Draft has both the desktop and the mobile application. Mobile application is actually quite neat. It's minimalistic, but it has page numbering, scene numbering, which is quite useful for writing on the go. It comes at a very low subscription fee, and the Final Draft desktop, the full version, comes at $200. This application has all the production tools you actually would need. It has all the tools for you to format and work on your screenplays with notes, annotations, and so on. It has the beat board where you can put all your cards and beats. You can even form some sort of like a mind map. And one very neat and nice feature is the timeline, the way you can see all your pages of your script, all the scenes and all the beats going in one sequence, which will help you to navigate in your story and make the adjustments accordingly. So yeah, might be also an interesting option for you to explore. And the last application for today, called Causality by Hollywood Camera Work. These guys are really amazing. Previously they've created a few video courses to educate directors and cinematographers on the scene blocking, staging, and also dealing with visual effects, which is simply awesome. So they've came up with this screenwriting applications, which is really a big undertaking, because I think they've tried to develop it to really dig deep into the story you're writing, to see how emotional impact of the story flows throughout as you're writing the script, with all the beats which you can rearrange. So this is the general layout of the application. As you can see, you have a screenplay on your left and action cards on the right. The default way of presenting your script, and their vision is to show you like the beat boards. Yes, so like every piece of the screenplay will be presented to you like a small beat card, which is maybe at first can be quite unusual, but yeah, that's how they see it, because every beat, every block which you see here on the screenplay is actually reflected here in this sort of like a mind map where you organize all your beats, and as long as you make different connections, this will take effect and restructuring in your screenplay. And as you can see, they have a very detailed timeline, which is even reminds me like a music production software. They actually provide you the Terminator 2 screenplay, which they made a huge breakdown of all the scenes and what's happening in there. So you can see at the bottom the beat board is very extensive with all the beats, actions, and as you can see in the sequencer, they even have the sort of like some special curves of the, let's say, a danger impact, a danger to the characters which happening throughout the screenplay. And this is, I think, quite really cool visual representation, tracking your dynamics of suspense in your screenplays. As you can see, the screenplay goes in the format of this separate blocks, the beats, okay, which is a little bit quite unusual, yeah, because it's not presented to you as the actual page, but I think we can here, yeah, show it as the final screenplay. So it's gonna be, but somehow it doesn't have the page breakdowns, which to me is a little bit strange. But anyway, this app is quite unusual out of all of them. This application you also might be interested to test out. So guys, these are the few applications which I used to test and try over for myself. And you might ask which application in the end I choose for myself. My choice fall with the Story Architect, because to me this app is really amazing. It has a very nice modern sleek UI. I'm really into that. This UI makes me really inspired to work and write when I opening the app. As for pricing, it comes in 3 different flavors. So the free version at $0, unlimited amount of screenplays. The screenplays are not watermarked, and you have all the basic tools which are necessary for you to finish any sort of screenplay, whether it's a short film or a feature film. Needless to say, they have the templates for the novels, for the series, and even for the comics. So I think it's just no-brainer. That's a big deal. They offer you the subscription option, which mainly involves the cloud syncing between your devices, but also there is a flat fee for which you can buy the application and have the future updates for free. As of now, this is my favorite choice app. I highly encourage you to test them out all and see what works really for you. So I hope this video was really helpful, and I see you in the next one.